Go ahead. KUIC guys not coming in?
Yeah, said we started. So.
All right, the poor offense or good defense tonight?
You got to give defense credit anytime you can hold, in college football, holding a team to less than anything in the teens, like 19 or less, is a pretty stellar defensive effort. Obviously, both defenses have a lot to brag about. Obviously, both offenses have a lot to work on. And, fortunately, we can work on things after a win. And unfortunately for Northern Michigan, it's a situation where it's tough to lose one when you play that well in defense and come up 1 point short on a 7-6 game.
How serious is Steve?
I honestly
Is it-
don't know.
you just get clipped
it
on the
was
knee a little
serious
bit?
enough to where he couldn't run our offense and finish the game for us. So we made a decision and put our backup quarterback in.
When was it decided that Jesse Hamilton wasn't going to be in the lineup?
That was a team policy decision in regards to Jesse, and we'll leave it at that.
Do you have a little sense of deja vu with your quarterback? I mean, it wasn't the season opener last year, but I think it might have been the home opener. To lose your starter and have to bring in a guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a similar game, you're right, it is a little bit of a deja vu, and that's why we practice both quarterbacks pretty hard, and we try and get them both prepared to play and run our system and do the things we do. So, that's we expect that out of our backup, to be able to come in and thrive in our system and be able to be effective.
Is it too early to give grades on how your 4 new starting offensive linemen played?
It's really hard to tell. One thing I do know is that we weren't denting the front. From the line from the sidelines, you can kind of tell as a coach if you're putting a dent in the defensive line, and obviously that nose was probably one of the best noses we've seen in quite some time. We knew that going into the game. Other than that, I don't think we were in a situation to where we were denting the front. It was tough sledding for the backs all day, and it is what it is, and we'll take a hard look at who we are and see what we have to do to get better, but we've got to be able to move the ball better than this if we're going to be successful down the stretch.
You got a little conservative the first couple series.
Sit down.
First couple series you put Will in there. I mean, you threw once, but you got a little bit more conservative. What made you that last time think, all right, now we need to start chucking it?
Well, you get to a point where there's a certain stage in the game where you don't want to lose the game, but you probably need to start taking a little bit more advantage of what they're giving you. They were pretty heavy run orientated, very physical up front, and the corners were very aggressive, and we should have had a couple of hitch and goes for big plays. We ended up getting one of them. So you got to start taking advantage. We threw some hitches early. They tried to jump one on Will, and so we came back. Wasn't too long after that and threw another hitch and go, and it was a big play. So it was part of our game plan. It's just we may have gone to it too late, but sometimes there's a natural progression to things and a step-by-step process, and that's the way some things play out.
Will, can you just talk about getting a chance tonight, being ready in a situation like that?
It's real simple. You just do whatever it takes for the team. And I saw Steve limping, and Coach did too, and both kind of looked at each other. And I knew I had to be ready. And fortunately, it was a case where it was we were coming right out of the half, and I had already pretty much warmed up my arm. So it was just a question to get my legs loose again. When my number was called, I was more than ready to go.
How do you feel about being able to contribute to a win, your first game here?
It's great. I mean, it's been 3 years since I've been under center in a college game, and that was in junior college. So, to be able to do it, I mean, even just to have the opportunity to be out there tonight, whether I played or not, was special. And then, you know, to have all this happen is just, it's icing on the cake.
Will, did anyone say anything to you when you got in the huddle? You know, kind of maybe to calm down the nerves at all, or coming in for playing right away, or?
They did. It wasn't initially. It was actually after when I went back in for good, because I think initially it just the chaos of everything would happen. I think that was the one where they had the punt go over the guy's head, and it was just really chaos. And it was just I was in all of a sudden. But you know, once we got going, then you know it was nothing but encouragement. You know, everybody just trying to calm me down. Really, I was fine. It was just it was nice to know that they were calm as well, and we really had a common goal to get it done.
Can you talk a little bit about the drive that you guys did score on? Because you made half dozen pretty good throws on that. A couple of it didn't count.
I think Cody Rose's play on the sideline when we got that hitch and go was the one that really got us going. It showed we could move the ball in different ways on them, and then it opened up a little bit of running lanes where we didn't get a big play, but we got enough to set us up for the other plays. And then the touchdown, Adam had actually been bugging me about running something like that for a while and just give him a chance, and he suggested it. And the situation, I really liked that call. We went with it, and fortunately it worked.
Coach, you missed 2 field goals tonight.
I didn't miss them, but
Do you attribute that more to a wet field, or just that maybe he was a little off tonight?
Sam, we love Sam. Sam will remain our kicker. He'll be back. He'll be great. He just had an off night, and fall camp he's had some irregular kicking, and so you'll definitely get it. He'll like this time off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday we'll get him back out there kicking, and I bet he'll be solid the rest of the year. I think he'll be fine. He's not hurt or anything. Both of those, one hit the upright and the other one couldn't have been but a foot off. So it's not easy, but we expect him to make them. You're right. We expect him to succeed when he goes out there, and we love him, and he'll be fine.
Sure. I think everybody expected the defense to maybe be the strength of this team early. Can you just talk about that effort tonight by your group?
Pretty much we just have like a tradition on defense, just being able to play fast, play hard, play with all our effort. Every play we go 100%. Just try to have everybody rally to the ball. Yeah.
How about the last quarter? They had one got down there deep on you guys and finally punched one in. And how do you guys stay in the game enough to pull that out?
Pretty much we just nutted up in the end zone. We just knew we had to.
Probably shouldn't use that word.
We just knew we
I'm
had
used to talking to you. I don't use all your words either.
We knew we had to. We knew we had to make a stop so we can get the W. So we just in the huddle, just talking to each other. We got to get it. We got to make the stop. And sure enough, Bryce came through and made a play on it.
Was there anybody down, or was there any? Not panic isn't right. Anxiety.
We knew right away that we were gonna get the stop. We just knew we were gonna get the stop. We didn't have no doubt in our minds that we just believed in our team, and we just knew we were gonna get the stop.
Coach, how nice is it just to get this first win out of the way, and now you can move into the conference schedule?
I don't know. You play a team like Northern Michigan. They operate with 32 plus scholarships, and we're operating at 25 and league maximum. And it's good to play a team that has more scholarships than you do and come out on top and succeed. We had been 0-2 against the GLIAC since I've been here, and we had lost 2 of our 5 games were against teams from that league. That part of it feels very gratifying. It feels outstanding. And like I told the players, I really don't care if we win by 1 and the score is 3-2, or if we win by 41-40. It really doesn't matter, and all Mavericks should be happy. I don't care if you play offense, defense, special teams. This is a team game, and we took 181 snaps, as a team, and in the end, it almost came down to the last snap, and I think we were ready to take it.
So good.
They got it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate the coverage.
Good job, guys.
Nut out part.